What's up, everyone? This is Adam, the Bee's Knees, and today we are back for the UBC Season 5 draft recap. Hopefully, you can tell that my microphone has improved greatly. I'm actually just using my computer's microphone, but it's a new computer, so there is that. Going into the UBC draft, I actually had 3 drafts, the MPL minors. The first MPL was the one that one run by Cheer Force. Second one is run by Jolt/Trev. That was minors, and now we have UBC run by me. So UBC actually was the last draft I took part of, but still, nonetheless, here we are. It is an upload league, so I should be uploading everything. I think the first upload is the 16th, or maybe it's the 9th. I think it's the 16th, looking at the calendar. So yeah. But first thing I wanted to do was draft Manaphy again. So a couple of things about the UBC draft. It was not tiers, it was points, 120 points, and you could draft 8 to 12 mons, so one more than normal. Usually it's 11, so to 12. And 1 mega, of course, 1 Z captain that could use any Z move besides like Omni Boost, Evasion Boost, the most absurd ones. But so yeah. I went with Manaphy first. I thought Manaphy is honestly a very good Z move user. My entire team could really use Z moves now that I look back upon it, but if we had the 3 Z move user policy like we did last season, I would be pretty golden. But oh well. Anyway, so Manaphy here is what I decided to pick up first. I had it 2 seasons ago. It brought me to playoffs. I loved using Manaphy. I think that team that I drafted with Manaphy and Mega Ampharos and I think Entei and stuff like and Scolipede, I think that was the best team I've ever drafted. I think it really was. And I wanted to build around 1 familiar mon. I have a couple on this, but the goal of this team was to use mons I haven't used before. That was the goal of every team, to try to use some new mons if I can. Because last season I had every single mon I've used before. None of them were 7th gen mons, and I was bored the entire season, even though that was a very good team in terms of just the makeup of it. So Manaphy is going to be my Z captain, really meaning Z Rain Dance, of course, and then the Z move of choice when it comes to Tail Glow options. Honestly, Manaphy serves as both an offensive threat and a bulky water type because, Scald, momentum, knockoff, but mainly it's going to set up, or it's going to just be my bulky water, with Rain Dance and hydration and stuff. So I wanted to pair Manaphy up, since Manaphy is pretty much the best special sweeper in the game. I wanted to pair it up with one of the best physical sweepers in the game, and that is Zygarde. Fun fact, I never got sniped really once in this draft, which is dope. But Zygarde, because Zygarde's Dragon Dance with 1,000 arrows is absurd. It's definitely it's kind of like a new mon. It's such a great Pokemon in this meta, with the 1,000 arrows being such a spammable move. So it gives me 1 or 2 honestly great reliable sets, and the Coil and Dragon Dance, as well as Extreme Speed for priority, and it fills that Dragon type as well as an Electric resist. So, and Manaphy would resist Ice moves, which Zygarde is weak to. Dragon, Zygarde can take a Dragon Claw. It's got 121 defense and 108 in HP. So, but yeah, very bulky mon. Not the fastest thing in this thing. I have some great speed tiers later down, but definitely a great piece to pair with Manaphy. I think that core is very solid, backed. And so I really wanted Tapu Koko up there, so this was kind of a snipe. I was kind of grasping at straws in the terms of if I could actually get Tapu Koko. It lasted quite a while. It did make it to round 3, but very early on in round 3, I was at the end of the draft pool. And I'm very surprised I actually got my first 2 picks. So there was both the Thunderouses available, Thundurus I and Thundurus T. I know I is technically better, but I wanted Thundurus T because the way I viewed it is with my team makeup plan, Thundurus I is a little bit more, support. I think I had that in my other mons. And while this Thundurus is more of a wall breaker, a sweeper, just like my other mons, not the fastest thing, but I do have one really fast mon and then another above 100 to add on. So I think speed's fine. Mainly 145 special attack. It's honestly a reliable Choice Scarf user. This, along with Zygarde and along with 3 more of my mons could have been Z-move users, but oh well. It's a great electric switch-in because, Zygarde's not going to want to take HP Ices that are thrown at it. The only thing is right now I am a little weak to rocks, just with Thundurus because it's such a prominent member of a team. And another great thing about Thundurus is it's a Volt and Turn mon, so it gets Volt Switch and U-Turn. So great, what's the move called? Great momentum and switching into my heavy hitters such as Manaphy and Zygarde. So yeah, and it gives me a ground immunity. So up next, I actually drafted, besides Beedrill, my top 4 favorite mons, or top 3, and a Beedrill in there. So up next is Metagross. Now, what Metagross does is it is very well fitted with the team I have so far. It's an Ice Resist, it's a Rock Resist, and it can take on stuff that Manaphy and Zygarde kind of struggle with. It can deal with the bulkier grass types that my team is kind of annoyed with. Metagross itself can kind of sweep with Meteor Mash boost, Power Up Punch boost, Agility. It gets priority. Does it get? I don't think it gets Stealth Rock, does it? It does get Stealth Rock. Oh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, of course it gets Stealth Rock. What am I thinking? It does get Stealth Rock. Great move pool for a bulky mon, very defensive. It's a pseudo legendary, so its stats are pretty great. Speed, I do have what's the move? I do have Rock Polish, but the big thing about Metagross is it is that nice steel type that fits on the team quite nicely. My team kind of wants Wish support, which I do get later on, but just a great solid mon to have. It's a Fairy Killer. It's a Psychic switch-in. Lele is not available, but it is a great Psychic switch-in. And yeah, so that is the mon I decided to pick up next. I figured Metagross was more important than other mons on the team. So up next we have Alolan Ninetales, my first out of 2 new 7th gen mons on this team. I picked up Ninetales because it serves well with my first 3 sweeper mons with the Aurora Veil and the Hail. Ninetales itself is okay. Its move pool really is limited to Blizzard, Freeze Dry, Moonblast, and a Hidden Power. It gets a fairly amount of great support move pools, but a couple things I wanted Ninetales for is its speed stat, which is 109, and just the ability to set up those Aurora Veils for my team. It's a fairy type. It's not bad fairy type. It can nasty plot as well. But I mainly picked up Ninetales because of the Aurora Veil move, which really helps with stuff like Zygarde, helps like Manaphy, helps with Thundurus all set up and do their jobs. So, solid mon. Picked it up round 5. Could have probably gone a little bit later along with my next pick, but like I said, after this, nothing got sniped, so no big deal. My draft itself is a little weird, but I think it's fun. So, up next, I wanted my Mega. There was only like 3 people who haven't picked their Mega. They weren't going to take this Mega, but I just wanted it just in case someone changed their mind, and my whole team would be kind of lopsided if I didn't get this mon. Season 1, I've used Mega Sableye, and it brought me to the championship versus Verd, and of course I got destroyed by him, but I wanted Sableye because it's such a great defensive backbone in a team. Of course, outside of a few, maybe it won't take like a nuke from V Create or Mega Diancie, right? But besides that, Sableye really can come in, deal with fighting types, and magic bounce off rocks, and have a ton of status moves as well. It gets Will-O-Wisp and Taunt and all that good stuff. A few priority moves. Mainly, it's a great knockoff mon and can hurt physical setup mons with foul play. So there's that. And when it gets behind Aurora Veil, I'm sure it's a bitch to take out. So yeah, I guess Sableye is here. It's just pretty much one of the two checks of just my walls of the team. Normally I should draft a little bit more bulky teams, but then again, Zygarde, Manaphy, Metagross, they're all fairly bulky anyway. So yeah, there is Mega Sableye. Great to use it again. My favorite Mega, just in general. Competitive aside, it's just my favorite, so great to use it on a team. And up next is Aerodactyl. And I really wanted to use Aerodactyl for a long time after seeing, what it can do, actually. I didn't think it was that great. I don't think a lot of people thought it was that great early on in Draft League. But, as of now, it's gotten a lot better. Of course, Z moves do help. Another great Z move mon that I didn't pick. Z Stone Edge, Z, Skytech. But besides that, and hopefully we don't miss those moves, Aerodactyl gives me speed, rocks, and defog, and taunt, fast taunter. And that's really is the goal. It's a great lead mon as well. Unfortunately, doesn't get U-turn. But 105 attack's pretty good. Flying Stab is atrocious if you don't get Brave Board. So Aerodactyl's not that great there, but it does get some great rock moves, Earthquake, a couple other moves like Fire Fang, Ice Fang. But mainly fast rocks is really cool and really key for this team because, Metagross doesn't really want to set up rocks half the time. I do have 2 more rock setters, but Arrow's here. It's also a great defogger, backup defogger, in case, they scare out Mega Sableye, their rocker, or I just don't get it Mega Evolved in time. So Aerodactyl's purpose is really speed, rocks, just hazard control in general. So there is that. Alright, so up next, we have my second member of the backbone, which is Chansey. Wanted to give the core a try, right? A-Drive's Chansey Sableye core, he loves so much, why not? Chansey is not looked upon as great in the Draft League format, but I think with Aurora Veil and with the amount of setup mons I have on the team and priority users I have on the team, Chansey can't really be abused that much. And by abused, I mean it is setup fodder for things with over 100 HP or have Leech Seed or something like that. Or like Giga Drain or, Pain Split. Of course, that's Chansey's downfall because its HP is so phenomenal. But besides that, it's a great defensive mon. I do have one of the best knockoff switch-ins in the game in Mega Sableye. Great rock setter, and more importantly, it's the second best wish passer besides Blissey, which is huge. It's not going to take a close combat, but I do have, like I said, the greatest fighting check in the game. One of them. Great mega Medicham answer. So Chansey hopefully won't be deterred that much in this game. Of course, Mega Lopunny is going to break this team down, but only one team has that out of all 22. But Chansey is mainly going to be rocks in case my other mons don't want it. Heal Bell is nice. It's really just a team support mon. Of course, offensively it's bad. It has 35 special attack. It's got a ton of special attacking moves, but 35 special attack isn't atrocious. But that is Chansey, part of the team. Up next, we have Lurantis, my second 7th Gen mon. And what Lurantis does is it is a backup defogger, a sweeper. It's just that I honestly thought it would be cool to use. You don't normally see Lurantis drafted. Of course, 7th Gen draft format is fairly new, but with Contrary and Leaf Storm, of course, it is dirt slow, but its special attack is fine. I think it's the same as Superior. and hopefully Lurantis will put in some work for the team. Definitely another support mon as well with stuff like Heal Bell. I'm not sure if it gets Leech Seed. Actually, let me check. I mainly just got this guy as a backup defogger in case Aerodactyl doesn't want to do it or Sableye doesn't want to do it. So there's that. Also, strong physical attack as well. But that is Lurantis. And up next is Venomoth, another great Z-move user. Venomoth is here to Quiver Dance up, sweep, put things to sleep, Tinted Lens, Choice Specs, sweep. I think Venomoth is great. It is very good, and I think no one's really used it to its full potential. Of course, you know, there's that Baton Pass thing. Can't use that in the UBC. Can't Quiver Pass, unfortunately, right? But I can Agility Pass. I can Iron Defense Pass. Whatever, just not Quiver Dance, or at least Speed plus another stat. And Venomoth is honestly really good. Life Orb, Tinted Lens, Bug Buzz, and Sludge Bomb hit a lot of things very hard. It's just there to honestly pseudo wall break, sweep, and help be another sweeper with my already 4, or I guess 3 sweepers now for Lurantis, kind of. That is Venomoth on the team. I think it's going to be cool to use. And yeah, my third rock weakness, or 4th, but I do have 2, 3 hazard removers, so you know, I think I'm okay in that aspect. But yeah, Venomoth is going to be fun to use. And in addition to that, another fun mon I wanted to use is Blaziken. Spoiler, I did pick it up in minors, but Blaziken was so cheap in UBC that I picked it up over Embor or something. Because I know I have it in 2 leagues now, but I think I've always wanted to use Blaziken, so now I get to use it twice. Choice Scarf Blaziken is honestly really good. Banded Blaziken is really good. Life Orb Blaziken is really good because it has, I think, Swords Dance and Nasty Plot. I think it gets Nasty Plot, but it does get Vacuum Wave, knockoff as well. It honestly just hits hard. Its speed is decent, like the rest of my team. You know, not too slow, not too fast. A couple fast mons, a couple slow mons. But Blaziken is honestly like Keldeo in a way. Very decently bulky and offensively hits like a truck. High jump kick really hurts off of 120 attack. So yeah, that's Blaziken. I'm running out of time just a little bit, so I'm going to speed up. So we have 11 mons here. We have 3 points left. I have 4 points left, but nothing greater than 4 points. So I picked up a 3-point mon. So I have 1 more point for transactions and whatnot. But we have Eugene Grabs, the Crustle, mainly because of Crustle's ability to set up Stealth Rocks and Spikes. If Amistar was in a low enough point gang, I would have picked it up, but oh well. Stealth Rock, Spikes, Shell Smash Pass. Honestly, it can sweep potentially. 45 speed's not that great, but it's a great spike setter because it's bulky enough on both physical and special defense. So yeah, that is Crustle there. I think Crustle's gonna be fun. Bring it to a couple games, set up spikes or sweep, who knows. Another bug sweeper isn't that fun. But that is my UBC team recap. I have to go real quick, so I'm sorry I sped those last 3 up. But yeah, hopefully this and my minors recap go up around the same time. I think this one will go up first, so you already know I drafted Blaziken in minors. Oh well. Make sure to check out all the other UBC stuff. We're going wild on Twitter. And yeah, this team is really fun. Manaphy is going to be great to use again. Zygarde, it's going to be great to use. I have it in the other MPL. Thunderous T is going to be great. Metagross's favorite mon. Ninetales and Numon should be fun. Sableye, favorite mon. Aerodactyl, always wanted to use. Chansey, it was nice with Sableye. Lurantis is a new mon. Venomoth Blaziken, always wanted to use. And Crustle's just like a fun spike setter. So yeah, here's my team. Manaphy's my Z captain. This is the new Houston Soul Rockets captain, or coach, the Bee's Knees, signing out. See ya. And like I said, battle should be up a few weeks. We fight Rizwan. So that should be fun of MPL majors. So he's definitely a tough cookie. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.